Hi everybody, it's Audrey. Welcome back to the Summer Scrappin Series. Today is day 10 of the series. My special guest designer today is Mari Clarke. Mari is definitely one of my favorite scrapbookers. I just love her style and she makes things look so simple and elegant and beautiful, so go check out her channel. So today I am scrapping a photo of my kids blueberry picking, and I was really inspired by the color of the blueberries, which you'll see in the photograph in a little bit. And I noticed that they're actually not really that blue, they're more like a purple. So I am going to go with blue circles on my page, so that is my goal. So I am going to make a background here that I plan on cutting circles out of. So I have just gone through with a whole bunch of Distress Oxide sprays in blues and purples and kind of a navy. I did a little bit of a pinkish color in there that I really don't love. So I think I go back over it with another blue spray here in a minute. But I love how this kind of looks like it's marbled almost. This is just a piece of marshmallow cardstock from Basil. I did not apply gesso to it or anything, but you don't have to with this particular cardstock because it's almost like it's already primed. So watch this. Do you see how this excuse me, navy ink is like just totally disappearing? What the heck? It's so kind of cool though, and it leaves these little like light spots behind, which I'll show you in a few minutes. This is a Heidi Swapp Color Shine mixed with, well, it's two Heidi Swapp Color Shines mixed together, and for some reason, I don't know why they react like that with the Distress Oxide inks. Maybe because the Distress Oxides are like more chalky. I have no idea, but I'm kind of glad because I think the navy would have been too much, so I love the way that kind of blended in. So I did go back through with some more Distress Oxide splatters. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love that so much. So Distress Oxide splatters in Citron and another blue, maybe the Broken China. So once that dried after quite a while and a good dose of heat with my heat gun, I am going to cut out some circles. So I just flipped my paper over and I'm just using a stencil to draw out the circles. I could have used a punch, but I don't really have a punch that is this big. And I thought, it's not going to take me long to cut these circles by hand. So I'm just going to cut them by hand, and I love the way that these came out. When I was looking at these, I thought, oh my god, these would be really cool to make for like planets or something if you were doing like a solar system page. I don't know when one would be doing a solar system page, but if you ever need planets, this is a good way to do that. Maybe if you go to a museum or something. Yes, that would be cool. Okay, so there are all my circles cut out. I didn't cut out all the ones I traced, but I did do quite a few. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to use a purple background. I don't think I have ever, maybe once, used a purple background, so I'm going to go with the purple. I put way too much gesso on, so I am going to take another piece of white cardstock and just use my extra gesso. Might as well get that primed and prepped for the next page. I have quite the little stack of blank white gesso pages piling up as I put too much gesso on my first page and need to kind of spread it out onto a second page. I'm going to just put my design heavy to the left of this page, so that's why I'm only doing the left in gesso. Plus I wanted some of the original purple to stay out. Okay, so I am using this modeling paste. I don't think it's that old, but it is almost completely solid in the jar. So it is really thick. So I'm going to wet it down with some colors here, again using Distress Oxides. Going with the circle theme, I took out this circle stencil, and I kind of wanted like a peachy pink background, so I'm going to see how this goes. So I'm just using my finger to go over these circles, and I really kind of like that. So I'm going to keep going around the page here, mixing in some of the pink with the orange, and I get this really pretty peach color. And I just love how this is coming out. You don't really have to add a lot of modeling paste. Just a little bit can still give the illusion of your shape there. So some of these times you'll see I'm not even adding extra paste. I'm just working with the paste that's already kind of on the stencil and just rubbing it, because even if it gets in the crevices just a tiny bit, you can still make out the pattern of the stencil. So I'm just going to add a little bit of little bits here and there. Okay, so that's super pretty. Now I'm going to go back through with a couple splatters of the citron again. I just thought I needed a pop of green. So I had all this modeling paste left over, and instead of wasting it and throwing it away, I decided, why not use it? So I found another stencil in my stash. You're kind of getting 2 pages in one with this video. And I'm just going to use the rest of it up. And I'm using a little, this is actually one of those Pampered Chef scrapers that come with like Pampered Chef pans. And I'm just putting the modeling paste through this stencil. And I'm adding a darker and darker pink every time I go. As I get going here, the stencil does tend to get a little bit messier. I'm going to add in a little bit blue because I thought it would be nice as a purple. And now I really want to kind of go to the blue, but the blue mixed with the orange kind of makes it a little bit muddy and muted, but it's still still pretty. So I love how this is looking too. So I can't wait to use this on a page. Maybe you'll see it in my next series. So that one kind of got messed up because it was too liquidy, but I'll cover it up with something else. I'm just going to go through with some splatters and call that one a day. So I will definitely use this for something at some point. Okay, put that to the side, go back to my other page. The modeling paste has dried, the splatters have dried. I am just using a piece of scrap paper. Actually, this piece of paper, pattern paper that I put behind my photo was already at my desk because I matted my last page with the same like minty colored paper, and I thought it did well on this page too, so I'm going to put that behind my photo. And I love the, I didn't do too much green in my background or my circles, and I'm kind of glad I did that. Did not put a lot of green in there because it makes the green in my photo stand out a lot more. So the purple and the green aren't exactly opposite colors, but they add the green adds a really nice contrast. So now I'm just deciding where I want to put all these circles. I already feel like I have too many on there. I do rearrange them quite a few times. I had already gone through and picked out some embellishments that I thought I would use. I went through some recent Hip Kit Club kits, and I remembered that there was this package right here. I think it's Dear Lizzie, but it had a lot of, I remember sayings that said like sweet and like, oh, it said peachy keen, but a lot of them were for strawberries, and this is a blueberry page, and I can't put strawberries on a blueberry page. So I really don't think I have any die cuts of blueberries. So I'm just going to use some of the other little bits that I found in the kit, and also using some of the Paige Evans. What collection is that? Is that the Horizon collection? I don't know. And then I came across these cute little bows that were exclusive to Hip Kit Club. And they're fabric, they're really cute. You have to assemble them, which is what I'm doing here. So you put the middle piece together, the bow part, and I just secured it with a staple. And then I glued the little wraparound piece. And I'm going to hold that in my fingers until it dries. So you see in my left hand I have that bow because I'm squeezing it tight and I'm going to try to work around it. So going along with the green, I thought that I really needed something like the peach and kind of coral accents there are really pretty, but I don't think they really pop against the blue and the purple. So I wanted to add more of this citron green. This green is one of my favorite shades of green. I absolutely love this color. So I used some of these Horizon little leaf cuts, and I changed out the moth from the peach to the green, and I really like how that looks. So I went through my stash. I knew I had some type of thickers somewhere, some phrase thickers that had the word sweet. I came across these rose gold glitter ones. Those are also from an old Hip Kit Club kit. And I really kind of liked I was looking for white actually because I thought white would be pretty. But I kind of like this rose gold, so I am gonna work with that. And then I used another rose gold leaf and a little rose gold heart to kind of create my visual triangle there because I'm all about the visual triangle with my elements. So the same thing, actually, if you look at the green leaves, I have one to the right and one to the left, and then one at the top, so my visual triangle there. Okay, what next? Just fiddling around with these circles more. I was debating whether or not to overlap some of my circles or just have them be individual circles. So I'm going to do a little combination of both. I just love how these bright dark blue circles look against that purple background with a little bit of peach, soft peach. Such a really pretty color combo. This is a little tag from the Paige Evans collection, and I think I'm going to journal on that. So I'll make a little pocket in the back of my photo to kind of hold that little journaling card. My bow is now dry. I'll stick that on somewhere. These are little glitter enamel dots. They're kind of navy-ish, navy blue with a little tint of purple. So I'll add those to the page. And some light blue hearts. Those are, I think those are Pink Fresh Studio. Those are from an old kit. And this is a Pink Fresh Alpha. So I'm just going to put Sweet Berries as my title. Let's see, do I add a couple more phrase stickers here and there, but I really don't add too much more. So let me start assembling this. I'm gonna put my photo on the mat. I did add a little sticker that says happy, so now on the left of my photo it says happy together. I just grabbed a piece of scrap paper from my trash so that I could make a little pocket in the back and secure it to hold my journaling spot in there, so it slides right in there. Okay, so I went through and stitched around all of the big circles. The smaller circles were just too small for me to stitch around. So I wanted to add a little bit more texture to them. I'm leaving some of the threads kind of dangling. I love the added texture that machine stitching adds. The thread I used is kind of like a teal blue. It's very hard to make out though against these dark circles. So my video stopped because somebody called me and I forgot to hit record again. I hate when that happens. But I did go through and I glued my circles down. I'm pretty sure I glued, excuse me, the other elements down as well. So just gluing the last few circles here. And what else? Popping off some of these phrase stickers, and I think that almost does it. You can see I also stitched over the little banner off the bottom of my photo that says The Sweet Life. Yeah, and that's it. And everything else is glued and secured down. So there is the finished page. I love these blue circles. So fun. And oh my gosh, how fun it is to make and play with mixed media like that. Just take a blank piece of paper, squirt it with different colors, and cut it up because it looks beautiful, no matter what the shape, no matter what the colors. And then you can see some of the details and the stitching and the layering with the die cuts. And I love that modeling paste in the background, the peach. Such a pretty color combo. So that does it for today's video, day 10. Be sure to go check out Mari's video today with her page. I'm sure it's gorgeous. And thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you tomorrow for day 11. Stay scrappy, friends.